hello. This is Super Logo Yo-Yo, or as some of you viewing may know me, Lord Shrek. This is my third attempt at doing this because my brothers keep on coming in and making noise. Um, I'm going to show you some of the first steps that you'll need to take in order to start creating things in vrchat. So, first off, you're going to want to open your browser and navigate to the vrchat website. And this is assuming you have an account with them. If you don't, make sure you do, because otherwise none of this is applicable. You want to sign in, go over to downloads, and don't mind that, that's just saying don't have both of the SDKs on the same project. SDK 3, that's really only for world making. Today we're focused on avatar creation. So download SDK 2, which is now the second time I've downloaded that due to the previous attempts with my brothers coming in. Though that's besides the point. And you're also going to want to download and now we have more background noise because my dog is on the bed. Yeah, this is my third attempt. I'm not going to bother editing this out. I don't even have editing software, so yep, just deal with that. Going to, yeah. Then this will get you an installer for Unity Hub, which you'll notice the one there. Like I said, this is my third attempt at doing this, second attempt where I've gotten to this stage. I know it's going to be really unprofessional, but I'm just going to leave this in. I'm too lazy at this point. Okay, now let me put a dog toy inside of my desk. Okay, back to business. Yeah, I live in a household with 5 other people, and 2 dogs and 2 cats. So, if you'll notice, I am making tutorials, but they will have terrible quality, because literally, I cannot go 10 minutes without somebody asking me to do something. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay, so, besides getting, as we can do the installation on that, no, I already have it installed, so basically, this is a program that helps you manage things with Unity. You are able to install the Unity installations directly, but I find it much simpler working with this. Now, this will be empty on this page and whatnot when you first start out, of course, but you want to navigate to installs, and then make sure you have this version of Unity when you add it in. So it's not going to be listed here. You're going to want to go to the downloads. Excuse me, that was a burp. Funky burp. Go to downloads archive, and you're going to want to go to Unity 2018, and it will be this one. Now, it doesn't have the F1 at the end. Don't worry about that. That's just like a further clarification on which version of said version, so on and so forth. But download using Unity Hub. Like I said, you are able to install it for just directly, but I prefer using Unity Hub. Then once you have that, that. Well, yeah, okay, there you can do this first. Make a new project. Gonna label this one tutorial. Yeah, you're gonna want to make sure that it's set to 3D, so that it's actually, well, yeah, you're working with 3D models, so on and so forth. You're gonna want it in 3D. Also, I don't think the SDK works with any other versions, so if you use a different one, you are being an idiot. So, yep. This is gonna take a minute. I think I gave it longer the first couple times, so bear that in mind. So let's do it. Now we can go back into the browser for a moment. In order to actually make something, you need to, well, yeah, you need a 3D model to work from. Now, I don't know how to use Blender to any degree of competence, so What I do, most of the time, is there's a site called VRC Mods, where that has it's a collection of publicly available, ready to go avatars that you can put into Unity. What I do is I take things from here usually, and I take them into Unity, and I mess around with them. I add weapons, I add particle systems, I add stuff to them, so on and so forth. What I did starting out is I made Shrek. So let's get. Okay, make sure you actually clicked onto the browser so that you typing actually goes into the box. So, you know, click download the Unity package, which is the second time I've downloaded that in the past 10 minutes. Yep, past 10 minutes. And then, yeah. In the Unity editor, it'll look like this when you first start out. There's not much going on, but start out, you want to. Well, there's two ways to do this. You go to Assets, Import Package, Custom Package, or what I find to be more convenient is right-click down here, and then you can also get to the same option, Custom Package. And then for you, it will be in your Downloads folder. But for me, I have I have my own designated area for all of the Unity stuff, so go to the SDK, import that, and this is going to take a minute, but I'll give it time. Yep, this will take a minute. The faster your computer, the less time it'll take, of course, but, yeah. And I have a decent computer, not gonna lie, but it's still, this is a time-consuming process. Yeah, if I had video editing software that was actual proper video editing software, I would probably time-lapse this and cut out my rant about having a household of 5 people and having multiple pets, but I do not, so I won't. Alright, okay, so then you want to do the same process to get your Shrek, which I already have. Oh wait, wrong thing. There's some other packages. I have a lot of stuff in here. That's just yeah. Okay. So get your Shrek package. For you, it will be in your downloads folder. Let me just yeah. Same process though. This will be a lot quicker. Okay. So, as if you weren't looking at it'll usually have its own folder, not necessarily labeled VRC mod, so in this case it is Shrek, and then the thing where it's the Unity emblem, that is a scene file, and that will load things up already ready to go. Now, if you only just want whatever it is from VRC mods, at this point you're done, good to go, but so if you do want just as is, then go to control panel, or I guess if it's your first time doing it, it'll have a splash screen, something or other, just don't ignore that. This is the important part, but go to, well, first off, sign in, it'll be the same credentials as your vrchat account, and then go to builder, and, okay, so the first thing here, that's basically saying the textures aren't optimized, so to speak, but just hit autofix and that'll take care of that. You'll run into that with whatever you're uploading. Doesn't really matter, but so you can then click build and publish, but I won't be doing that quite yet. I'm going to discuss a few more details. Okay, so I guess I haven't gone over really anything with the Unity editor itself yet, so let me just go into This didn't save. This is just like nothing is in this. I just exited the seen the head track already ready to go, but I'll go through the basic process of how to do it from scratch if you don't have the scene pre-made. So you can take the model. It'll be like this, where it's a little picture of it. You can drag it out, and then over here, this is how you interact with things. Like you'll notice it's below the floor and all whatnot, not where you want it. So what you want to do is on position, zero out everything so that it's at the world origin, or like the center of what the thing considers the usable space. And then yeah, you'll notice or if you remember when we had the one that was already ready to go, it had a lot more information over here. That is because it had a avatar descriptor, which is a thing that's included with the SDK, which makes it so that it's able to go into the vrchat. So, okay. So you're gonna add component, and there's a search bar here. I usually go to descriptor. Now, there's two different types. You want to use avatar descriptor. The scene descriptor, that's if you're creating a world. So, avatar descriptor, and then excuse me, that was another burp. Couple things to note here. Now, if you have custom animations, emotes, gestures, etc., that's a different process I'll discuss later. But this is where you would put them in here, and then also this is if you've already uploaded it down here. This is how you determine what file it saves to. Like if you're updating an avatar or doing a new one, you want this to be blank. And then you'll notice there's this little dot here. That is where the eyes are, so to speak. That's where the person playing sees from. You're going to make sure that's actually in a reasonable place. So like, let's try 1.8. No, let's do 2. Y, of course, is vertical if you've ever gone through basic math, or I guess geometry or whatever. Yeah, Y is how high, and then Z is how far forward and back, X is side to side. So, let's try 1.9. It's kind of faint, but you can still see it in there. Yeah. It's probably an okay height. And you're going to want to bring that further forward. Let's go 3.5. Maybe a little bit further forward. Yeah, so that determines where the player sees out of. Nope, do I? Okay. And then, well, if this is all you want to do, then you're good to go. I guess I'll go into more detail on different things in different tutorials, though. Just starting out, just getting something into game, this is generally the process. So, yes, now, click show control panel. There's a little drop down menu up here. And then, click build and publish. Again, this is kind of time consuming, but bear with me. Yeah, this is my first time, well, I've gotten this far doing this, but once I actually put things together, this is my first time doing this stuff, so, oh, I might not actually be able to upload. I don't know if there's still that time thing where it has to be under 10 minutes when you're starting out. Well, I guess we'll figure that out later, but, yeah. I guess while this is going on, I can discuss, going forward, I'm going to do, tutorials on how to, well, get a model set up and whatnot, how to, well, not necessarily, well, there's other people that can teach you better for that, but, like, getting a model that's skeletonized but not set up already and things like that. Um, Actually, before I do this, let's just check something before I just select this rig humanoid. Okay, yeah, make sure this is set to humanoid if it's the person. Yeah. Okay. I had to go through that process again. Yeah, I'll go into more detail on that later, but just yeah. Okay. I guess I would have a complaint about it somewhere in here, but just yeah. Like I said, I'll explain that more in a different video. But okay. Well, I had to wait for this again. It shouldn't be as long as the first time if it's already done the work. I mean, you'd hope, but okay. Yep, that was quack. Faster, not quacker. Okay, whatever. Hmm. Okay, so let's name it tutorial. And you can name it whatever you want. And, oh, there's the picture. Okay. And add a description if you feel like it. That's not really all too important. That works. And, well, now, this doesn't really apply here because we've done nothing to this, but, there's the tags here, like, well, I won't be doing one on the tutorials, but there's the potential of making a NSFW avatar or one that's well, yeah, that would mean that it's not really meant to go on a public world where there's the potential little kids seeing it. So bear that in mind. But yeah, then down here, private or public. That basically means either with private, only you can access the avatar unless someone steals it, but or public means anyone has access to it as long as you have cloning on. I'm gonna keep this private because I will likely delete it after the video tutorial is done because I already have one that plays music and stuff. But make sure you hit that little check mark that says that you have the rights to upload, etc. So, and creating file record and all this stuff, that's basically saying, well, yeah, it's making the files for it on the vrchat servers. Again, this is a time-consuming process. It'll take a minute, but, yep. This is the last step other than testing it in-game. Now, I could test in VR, but, I don't want to try that headache with screen recording software that this is my, what, like 7th time trying it out, so I'm just gonna try it on desktop. Once it uploads. Well, almost at 20 minutes. Yeah, I really need some editing software because otherwise, literally all of my videos are gonna be this long because I can't time lapse any of the loading screens or any of the. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm actually allowed to upload this because I honestly have no idea. Yeah, this is going on YouTube, but I guess I didn't really need to say that. If it's going on to YouTube, then the people watching it already know that. So yeah, yeah. I have ADHD, so that's if you notice any, yeah. uh, I would start doing the Jeopardy theme or something like that while I wait, usually, but there's this whole thing called copyright, which I don't want to deal with. So, yep. Just the ramblings of a man talking to himself is what we have during the loading screens. I suppose I could make a thing on my second monitor where it's a collection of haikus for me to read or something like that. I don't know. Okay, it is done uploading. So now, you wanna open up that. There it is. vrchat. Which don't mind the black box that came up or any of the elements of my UI that you see. Please do not report me. I do use mods. The most I use them for is to increase my speed, really. But oh yeah, and I have an infinite favorites list. But I mean, if you guys want, I can make a tutorial on that. But no. I mean, there's a dedicated Discord. If you want to figure that out, it's not that hard. I literally found out how to do it by Googling. So, yeah. Okay, I don't know if the song has copyright, so I may. I have 20 seconds, I think, is the thing before the algorithm gets it. Okay, let's yeah, just turn that off so I don't. Yeah. Okay, so this is another avatar I made. That. Just Okay, that's besides the point. Let me get the one from today. Tutorial. And if it's working in game, you got. Now, there is something that with this model, it's not rigged 100% correctly, so there is some weird stuff with it, but that's fine. It's whatever. Oh, I also apparently didn't. Yeah, this is set up for lip sync and stuff. I did not select that when I was setting it up in Unity. Well, I guess yeah, I can show that before I sign off. But yeah, so that's process for getting in game. But let me. Yeah, that should be exit. There it goes. Yeah, so. Oh, that's excellent. Something I forgot to do earlier is you'll notice here it says lip sync. That's like mouth moving while you talk. So you want to click, well, usually click auto detect, and that'll show up whatever it's set up for. Like in this case, it has the full package for like lips moving properly for different types of syllables and things like that. But there's different versions. Like probably the most common you'll run into is jaw flap bone or the bun shape or whatever. That's just where the jaw moves up and down. But that's yeah. Okay. So I guess that's everything to go over in this video. Sorry for seemed a little scatterbrained and whatnot, but it is what it is. Signing off. Let me